Hello students, in today's video we are going to discuss about the electronic displacement in a covalent bond. So when we are talking about the electronic displacement, the four main types of effects that arises are inductive effect, resonance effect, electromagnetic effect and hyperconjugation. These four effects are very essential to understand how the mechanism is taking place and how the electrons are moved. So let us move to the first effect that is known as the inductive effect. So when in a covalent bond, a bond which is formed between the two atoms by mutual sharing, but there is a difference in electronegativity, then the electron density is pulled more towards the electronegative atom than the electropositive atom. So such a shifting is considered as the inductive effect. It is a permanent effect and is generally represented with the help of the arrow. Now, in terms of which groups are attached, the inductive effect can further be classified into minus I and plus I effect. So, the inductive effects are of two types, the minus I and the plus I. In case of minus I effect, there is a presence of an atom or a group which attract electrons more strongly than hydrogen. So, if in a chain, the structure, some of the atom or a group is present which takes away or pulls away the electron density towards itself, then this effect is considered as the minus I effect. So such groups can be NO2, Cl, Br, I, F, COOH, OCH3, that is a methoxy. So such groups which are having the more attraction of electrons, which can attract the electrons more strongly than hydrogen, then it gives rise to the minus I effect. These are electron attracting or electron withdrawing groups. But there are some other cases, for example, the alkyl group, which are less electron withdrawing than hydrogen, then these are considered as the electron releasing groups and they give rise to plus I effect. So these groups can be methyl, ethyl, isopropyl, tert-butyl. These groups are usually considered as the plus I groups. So we can see that if the tert-butyl group is attached, tert-butyl group, you must have remembered that we have studied about tert-butyl group in the video where we are talking about the common names. Tert-butyl, then isopropyl. Similarly, the case of ethyl. So these are 3 degree, 2 degree and 1 degree. So these results in making for the plus I effect. So the plus I effect goes on decreasing in this trend. Now halogens and many other groups are considered as electron withdrawing group, while alkyl, ethyl, isopropyl, tert-butyl, they are considered as the electron donating group. So there is a simple representation how the electron is pulled away by the electron withdrawing group. So this is showing the electron withdrawing substituent effect and the presence of electron donating substituent effect. That is the minus I effect and the plus I effect. Also remember this thing that there is always a presence of fractional fractional negative charge on the atom or group which is pulling the electron towards itself. So this is about the inductive effect. Now comes the resonance effect. The second effect that we have to study is the resonance effect, and it arises due to the polarity produced in a molecule due to the interaction between a lone pair of electron and a pi bond. So there is a presence of lone pair and a pi bond, or the other condition is there is presence of two pi bonds between the two adjacent atoms. So it is only observed when this condition is fulfilled, that is interaction between a lone pair of electron and a pi bond, or due to interaction between the two pi bonds between the two adjacent atoms. So let us see about the types of the resonance. The first type of resonance is plus R effect. In this effect, the transfer of electron is away from the atom or the substituent group attached to the conjugated system. This electronic displacement makes certain position in the molecules of high electron density. So let us take the example of aniline. Aniline is a benzene ring with NH2 having a lone pair on N. So we can see that the lone pair starts moving from this point to in between the carbon and nitrogen part. But as soon as this lone pair becomes a bond pair, the carbon which is attached to nitrogen shows the valency of 5. So in order to get stabilized, it shifts this pi bond on the carbon atom. So there is a shifting, a continuous shifting is taking place. So we can see now this is having a negative and a lone pair, a double bond, because the lone pair has converted into a bond pair, and there develops a positive charge. Now further what happens, this position ortho, which is having a lone pair, is having only three sides, the three bonds associated, two single and one with the H which is shown in the bond line, this H. Okay, so in order to get the 4 valency completed, it shifts the lone pair to the bond pair. But as soon as this lone pair is converted into bond pair, this carbon becomes 5 again in nature. So in order to become 4, that is maintaining the stability, it shifts this pi bond to the para position, converting it into a lone pair. So you can see that at one step, the lone pair is converted into a bond pair, and simultaneously a bond pair is converted into a lone pair. Now the carbon of the para position is trivalent to bonds and one side H. So in order to become 4 again in nature, it shifts the lone pair into a bond pair. But now this metacarbon becomes again 5. So it shifts the pi bond on the ortho position and convert it into the lone pair. So we can see here that the bond position is altering, and there is NH2 and a positive charge. So further what happens, the carbon of this ortho position is having 2 single bond and 1 bond with the H. So this lone pair becomes a bond pair, and again the double bond character is converting back to its own position, that is to the N, and finally we get the aniline that we were having in the beginning. But the main difference that you can see, students, that the position of the bonds has been altered or changed. So what the main thing you will find is electron density is maximum. Electron density is maximum at ortho comma para positions. These are the two positions where there is high electron density. And the other thing, at the end, the bond position has altered. Bond position has altered as we have found in the beginning. Bond position altered, or the bond have got delocalized. So there are total 5 structures obtained in case of aniline. Similar type of structures we can also make for phenol, for chlorobenzene. Similar type of structure we can also there, because the lone pair is found to be moving in the same way. Now comes the negative resonance effect. This type of effect is observed when the transfer of electron is towards the atom or substituent group attached to the conjugated system. In the previous one, you have seen that the movement is away the atom or a group and towards the conjugated system, but now it is towards the atom or the substituent. So let us take the example of benzaldehyde, in which such type of structure is seen. C double bond O and H. O is electronegative in nature. The shifting of the bond takes place, but as the shifting takes place, the carbon becomes positive. So it takes away this bond in between this position to get the double bond character. So what happens now? Now there develops a positive charge at the ortho position. This becomes double bond. O is having 6 dots because one pair it has gained a negative charge and H. Now in order to overcome this positive charge, the shifting of the pi bond takes place again as we have shown. So now the positive charge is shifted to the para position. The other bonds can be shown like this, but the oxygen again is having the same 6 dots and there is H. Now further, in order to overcome this positive charge, to overcome the tri nature of the 3 bonds with the carbon at the para position, this pi bond is shifted in between so that the positive charge get delocalized, and this positive charge now reaches at which position? It reaches at the ortho position, because now that carbon which is present at the ortho position is not having the 4 valency associated with it. So this becomes negative. Now further, this carbon which is at the ortho position is having 3 bonds, 2 single we can see, and one is the H which is attached to all carbons in case of benzene. Now this pi bond is shifted to the center, and this lone pair again gets back in between carbon and oxygen. So the final structure obtained is, this is the double bond. The bond position has altered while all the other bonds are having the same nature. So what we can write in the conclusion is, bond position altered, bond position has changed, bond position altered, as we have taken from the starting the first and fifth both are having the change in the bond position. This is the second, this is third, fourth and fifth. So in between the first and fifth, we have find the difference that the bond position has changed as seen in the first case. And the other main thing, there is low electron density at ortho and para position. So which is comparatively the richer as compared to ortho and para. Now this time the meta is considered to be having more electron density as compared to ortho and para. So the atoms or substituent groups which represent the plus R or minus R electron displacement can be shown as, plus R is shown by halogen, OH, OR, then ester part, NH2, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, and the amide. While minus R can be shown by carboxylic group attached on such conjugated system, aldehyde, ketone, CN cyano groups, and the nitro groups. So we can specify that these are mainly taking part for the minus R effect and these for the plus R effect. So now we are on the third effect, that is the electromeric effect. So student, this is a temporary effect and it is seen only till the time the attacking reagent is present and is shown on the case of the multiple bond, that is a double or a triple bond. In this type of effect, there is a complete transfer of shared pair of pi electron towards the one atom which is more electronegative in nature, or towards one of the atom which is joined by the multiple bond on the demand of the attacking reagent. But this effect get ended as soon as the reagent is removed. So let us see the case of the carbonyl. The oxygen takes away the pi bond when the reagent is added, due to which carbon becomes a positive center and oxygen the negative one. Now the electromeric effect is of two types, the plus E effect and the minus E effect. In case of the plus E effect, the pi electrons of the multiple bonds are transferred to that atom to which the reagent get attached. It means the pi electron as well as the reagent both are attached on the same group after the reaction. So let us take an example of propene. CH3, CH double bond, CH2, and H positive is added. So we can see that the bond is shifted on CH2 and the H positive, that is the electrophile here. The H positive is added on the same one because carbon becomes negative by the gain of the electron pair. So CH3, the center carbon is having one H, double bond is converted into single, and the H is taken by the CH2 part because it is negative and H is positive in nature. And H positive here is acting as the attacking reagent. So the center carbon, the carbon which is having one bond less, becomes the positive center. So the plus E effect is taken when the bond as well as the attacking reagent both are taken by the same carbon. Now in case of negative electromeric effect, it has to be remembered that the pi electron of the multiple bonds are transferred to other atom, but the attacking reagent is added onto the other atom. So in this time, both are going on to the different positions and locations. So let us take the carbonyl example. The bond is shifted on oxygen while the attacking reagent, which is a nucleophile, in this time, which is a nucleophile, is going to the carbon, which becomes the positive center. So we get the structure as O with a negative sign. So now the main thing is, when an unsaturated system gets the electrophile, this one, when the unsaturated system is attacked by the electrophile, the plus E effect is generated. But when the unsaturated system with the nucleophile, then the minus E effect is generated. A simple way to remember. Now comes the fourth, the hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is the fourth effect, a very important one, also known as Baker-Nathan effect, also known as no bond resonance. It is also considered a general stabilizing interaction and is seen in case of the carbocations and the alkenes. So in this case, there is a shifting of the bond takes place. How the delocalization of sigma bond occur? The delocalization of sigma electrons of C single bond H bond of an alkyl group directly attached to an atom of unsaturated system, or the one which is having the unshared p orbital, as in case of the carbocation. So the sigma bond is shifted either to the empty orbital, the unshared p orbital. Okay, so it can be seen, let us take the example of ethyl carbocation. The carbon which is positively charged having the empty p orbital, but the sigma bond from the adjacent carbon, the CH bond, the sigma bond is shifted to the empty p orbital. Let us see how it takes place. This is the ethyl carbocation, which is having the empty p orbital. So the sigma bond from the adjacent one is shifted to the empty p orbital of the carbon. As soon as it is shifted, there is no bond in between carbon and the hydrogen from where the bond has been shifted. So it becomes a double bond and the positive charge has been removed. Now in the other one, the bond between the C and H is now shifted in between the one where there is no bond. So it becomes H positive, C. On both the hydrogen there is a sigma bond and the delocalization can be seen. Now the third case, the third one, the bond is shifted from here to here. Now HCH, this hydrogen is now having a positive charge and there occurs the CH2. So what we have seen, we have found that there are total 3 structures which are obtained in case of the ethyl carbocation. That is when one CH3 group is present. So total 3 delocalized structures can be obtained. So what will happen if the carbocation carbon is having 2 CH3? That is in case of isopropyl. This was the case of the ethyl carbocation, in which how many resonating structure, the delocalized structures are obtained. So in case of ethyl carbocation, we found that the 3 structures are obtained. So what will happen if there are 2 CH3? As the case of the isopropyl carbocation, in case of isopropyl carbocation. So we can easily visualize that when one CH3 is present, 3 structures are obtained. So if it is 2-degree type, that is 2 CH3s are present, then the number of the structures obtained can be 6. Now comes the case of the tert butyl carbocation. Tert butyl carbocation. Now in this case, the 3 CH3 groups are, the 3 alkyl groups are present. So if the hyperconjugation takes place, then the 9 structures would be possible. And we know that more the number of the hyperconjugative structures, more is the stabilization of the carbocation. That is why 3-degree carbocation or tert butyl carbocation is the most stable among the 2-degree, 1-degree and the methyl carbocation. Such type of delocalization of electrons by hyperconjugation can also be seen in case of alkenes. So let us take the example of propene, where the shifting of the sigma bond is taking place towards the carbon which is having the a positive in nature. So let us see the case of the propene. The double bond is shifted towards the CH2 and the carbon becomes positive in nature. But as soon as the carbon becomes positive in nature, it will take away the bond. It will make the shifting of the bond from the nearby hydrogen. So the bond has been shifted in between C and C, the one which was single bonded, and a double bond is obtained. Now in the second step, the bond between C and H has been shifted between carbon and H positive. Now in the third case, The bond which is present in the above case, that is the carbon and hydrogen, is shifted between carbon and H positive in a very similar way as it was done in the carbocation. So the shifting of the bond can be seen one by one in the different cases of propene also. So here we can also visualize the same thing, that a sigma bond has been showing the delocalization towards the hydrogen which is having a positive charge. So this type of hyperconjugative structures are also known as no bond resonance, because the bond is shifting to that place where there is presence of, where there is no bond. So delocalization following the no bond character. Now let us take one example in which we can find the application of the hyperconjugation. Let us take the example of toluene, also known as methyl benzene. In case of toluene, the shifting of hydrogen, the shifting of the sigma bond takes place from the CH of the methyl part towards the carbon and sp2 hybridized carbon present on the benzene ring. So it got the double bond character. But as soon as this carbon, sp2 hybridized carbon, which is attached to CH3, gets the double bond, it makes the shifting of the pi bond on the ortho position. Now, the ortho carbon, which is having the 3 bonds, try to complete its structure by converting a lone pair into a bond pair. The similar rotation takes place on the para position and further on the ortho position. The work occurs in the same way as we have done in case of the resonance. But this time the movement is occurring in such a manner that there is a movement of the sigma bond in the beginning. So in case of toluene, we can see that there is high electron density at the ortho and para position, which makes us the thing understand that the alkyl groups are ortho-para directing in nature, and this alkyl group is present on the benzene ring. So these type of structures can be well understood if we are having a proper clear knowledge of the hyperconjugation. So revise these 4 effects: inductive, resonance, electromeric, and hyperconjugation in detail, and be ready with the various effects and various reasoning questions related to these effects. So till then, goodbye, stay safe and stay healthy.